Right, folks, welcome back. Nice of you to join us. You're, of course, you're on Cape Town TV, DStv channel 263. It is Sport Federation TV, and as you know, of course, we focus on sport, and we focus on sport in the Western Cape. She's been on with us before, Marion Ford from Western Cape Softball. Marion, welcome back. Of course, first time for you in the studio.
Yeah, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you very much. Yes, it is. It's nice to be. And nice to know that our sport is now starting to actually make an impact into TV.
Well, the last time we spoke to you was online.
That's right.
Different times then, but you guys are back now.
Yes, we are back, and actually bigger though.
Yeah.
The Masters League is now bigger. This tournament is bigger this time. We're going to Polokwane, and we have 31 teams this year.
31 teams playing in the softball Masters. Yes. Nationals.
That's right.
Tell us about that. Where do most of the players come from? How do you get into that? Is there a lot of training and preparation? A lot of clubs?
Okay, so what we have is we have 31 teams,
right,
of which 10 of that is coming from Botswana.
Okay.
We have 8 ladies teams, 2 men's teams. Then we have from Cape Town specific, we have six teams going from here to Polokwane to participate. Myself as an umpire, right, I'm going to participate. Then we have 1 men's team, but they are made of coming from different provinces, but they play under the Cape Town name of Pirates. So basically what we're having is women, Masters women, 35 and over. They now decide they're going to partake. So most of the time you have teams participating instead of clubs. Because not every club has a Masters team.
Yes, so Masters has to be treated a little bit differently.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's basically like I play for a specific club, for Club A, but I've only got 3 players. That's okay, over that,
yes,
over that age of 35. So what we say to the next club, how many have you got? And then we come together and we formulate a team.
Right.
And in that, by forming that team, we then raise funds. That team raises funds, and they pay their own way to the tournament. Also, they may raise enough funds to buy their own clothing and their own gears and so forth and so forth and so on.
So is it Masters men and women?
There we go. There's men's and women's teams that go.
Yeah.
And as I say, out of the 31 teams, there are 18 women teams. So
18. Folks, for those of you that have just joined us, we're talking about softball. Softball in the Western Cape, and they've got a very active master structure. With me is Marion Ford. She's of course involved with development of softball in the province. Marion, is there a cut-off time if you are over 35, and is it the same for men and women?
There's no cut-off time. Softball is a lifelong sport, dearie.
Right.
Oh yes, our oldest player, is at this point. She was 75 in July.
Wow.
So she's going to go and play, and that's Lorraine Primo.
So have you been doing it most of your life?
No, I haven't. I got involved due to my daughters.
Okay.
Lazy mommy. Didn't want to drive up and down. And I realized the only way I wasn't going to drive up and down to training or to their scoring, because they were scorers at that time, clinic, I needed to do something. And I ended up in the umpire's room.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked back.
So you're an umpire. You don't play. You're an umpire.
For this now, yes, I'm going to concentrate on umpiring, and I'm going to, for the fact that I have attained my level 4. So
well, how does that work? Before you tell me what a level 4 is, what does it mean to be an umpire?
It means that I call the game, I take charge of the game, and I manage the game.
Okay.
So I call my balls and strikes, and I call my fouls and fairs, and all of those things. So that's basically it. And
you're the one that stands behind the catcher.
Yes, and I'm the one to stand behind the catcher, or I'm the one running the field, which is the base umpire. It depends entirely what I'm doing for the day, assigned to do for the day, yeah.
How many umpires do you have in a game?
You can have up to 4 umpires in a game.
Okay.
So you have your chief umpire, first base, second base, and third base.
Do you have to have is there an umpire at every one of the bases?
That's up to 4.
Up to 4.
But in our leagues and in our structures right now, even at Masters, it's difficult. So you will mainly find maybe a 1 umpire game system, or you will have a 2 umpire game system. It's very rarely that you can. As the games decrease, you will then have umpires available now to either make it a 3-man system or a 4-man system.
Right.
But as with these games as it is now, I can only envisage one man umpires. Of course, when you do your two-man system, it's your experience with your inexperience. Because most of the times at Masters, they try and use the younger ones with their levels, and they try and help them there. So this is also where I'm going to go in and at Masters and try and help with the preparation for some of our younger generation.
So you're a level 4 umpire.
Yes, I am.
What does that mean? Is that a high ranking in umpiring?
That means that I have attained my level 4. That's the highest I can go in South Africa, though.
Okay.
The next step is your WBSC, which is basically outside the country or inside, depending on what tournament is now going to be deemed as the tournament.
Right.
I haven't set my mind to that as yet.
How do you have to do that? What do you have to do to get to that World Baseball and Softball Confederation ranking?
You will have to do a hell of a lot of nautical hours per game so that you can now improve to know that you know your
nautical
rules.
Hours?
Which
you have to do nautical hours?
Well,
that sounds to me something that you do on a ship.
No, it's not. I just use it as a term because as an assessor, I normally just look at it in that way. But you have to do a hell of a lot of game hours.
Right.
So it's not just a year. It's a preparation. Okay. Because you must remember, going in there, it's your fitness level that counts.
Yeah.
It is your mental fitness that counts compared to your body fitness. Then it also counts to the fact that you know your rules and you know everything. And you're not going to doubt, and you're going to be a confident person going out there doing what you need to do to call that game in the most, in a way that you know you've called the best game ever. So it's not child's play.
So if I want to get involved in playing softball in the Western Cape, how do I do that? Are the doors open? Must I be at a school, or must I join a club? Or
look, if you want to play at your age, I would suggest you join a club.
Right.
Because that is where you're going to go in best. Schools are having softball as well. So I work in the school system. I train I'm a coach at one of the schools, trying hard to get our generation to start coming in, to take over from the league players in their cities, in their late 40s, in their late 50s. So that is basically what it is. So Masters has got a lot of job to do. They have a big job to do.
So your Masters event coming up on the 17th,
the Masters event, we leave on the 21st of September. It starts on the 22nd of September and it ends on the 24th of September.
Is everybody ready to go?
I believe so. The ones I have spoken to, they're excited. I mean, lately your WhatsApp status is keep calm, 20 more days to go. That was yesterday.
Really?
So today it's 19 more days to go. So yes, you get excited because you're going to play with your peers.
Yeah.
That is the joyful part of Masters, is that you must remember my friend isn't sometimes in my team.
Yes.
Or in my club.
Yeah.
But my friend is playing for another club, and now we're the same age, and now we're playing together.
No.
So now it becomes more interesting.
So it's fantastic to be able to socialize a bit as well and see old friends and with the same thing in mind.
Yes. Also knowing to say to your friend, you do know we're getting old, ibuprofen is calling, your knees are starting, and also to know that you can just go out there and play a game. Yeah. And this time around, it's much easier. When the coach takes you off now, it's like, thank you, guy. Let me go and sit down. It's not a face hanging because you've upset the coach is taking you out. Yeah. It's more like, oh, God, thank you, Lord. My knees can't anymore. Or, first base is far. You have to hit a home run to get to first.
Marion, we're going to leave it at that. It's been fantastic to have you on the show. Good luck with the Masters. Congratulations on your ranking as a level 4 umpire. I think Softball South Africa is obviously lucky to have you. And we look forward to getting you back to find out how the Polokwane went.
Anytime. Look, anything to promote softball, anything. Because softball, as I say, is a lifelong sport. And the younger generation, come on, take us off our seats.
There we go, folks. Marion Ford, she's of course with Western Cape Softball. They're involved with the development and of course in the Cape Town area. I've got the Masters Champions coming up quite soon. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. But remember, if you are keen to join softball and get started, I think just go do a search for Western Cape Softball or find them on Facebook. There's always a club near you and they'll be happy to get you signed up. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking sport. Don't go away.